Hello and welcome to Music Express Extra, where I'm pleased to be here with the beautiful Leona Corio.
Hello.
Hello,
pleased
Leona.
to be here.
You're a lovely looking girl with a lovely name. Is that your own name, Leona?
My first name is, but my surname is my married name.
Lovely. Well, you look sort of Spanish. You've got that Oriental look, so you have.
It's just the look I like, but no.
Well, tell us a wee bit about you then. You started singing when you were only 12.
Yeah. Oh, I've always loved drama and music, and that was always my goal. And then I went to, I started doing amateur dramatics, and that got into the singing. And used to be up and down the country going to different amateur dramatic groups, taking my father along with me.
At what stage in your career did you actually know that you were going to be doing this full-time, head-on, and doing everything that you're doing at the moment full-time?
Oh, really only started about a couple of years ago, really seriously. Really? Yeah.
You look very young.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
So your influences, Leona, you've got the big voice. You tell us a little about who you like.
It would really start off. It's always been the big voices I've loved. Even from like my gran loved Shirley Bassey, and I loved the glam dresses, the big voice, and then my dad loved Barbara Streisand, and then moving up to Celine Dion, and even nowadays Christina Aguilera. Those voices that can really belt out a good ballad. And
well, you need to be a proper singer to sing those songs, Leona. And the song you sung for us earlier was really, really lovely. Was there any particular, is that just a favourite of yours that you, or did you have many that you just can't choose from?
Well, yeah, I've got a lot of favourites, but yeah, absolutely lovely song. Now,
you, after meeting a friend who happened to be inquiring of a certain song for their wedding, you were approached by, was it the groom?
No, it was the bride. It was actually a friend of a friend. I'd never thought about singing at weddings, and she said I wanted to sing the Luther Vandross version of The Impossible Dream. And I'd never sung it before, and I was like, well, if you want me to learn it. So within about 24 hours I said, I'll learn it. I learned it. I said, come down to the house, I'll sing it for you. And she came down to the house, she was like, oh, brilliant, yeah, go for it. And as long as she came down the aisle. And
so she was asking you, why don't you do this full time? Why
That's
don't you?
So
you went and booked a hotel, and you entered wedding fairs and all the rest of it. Since then, it's been 100%. You've done absolutely loads of weddings since.
Never looked back.
You're in the middle of making a new CD.
I am, yeah.
And watch the space for Leona's new CD. What song are you singing next?
I'm Alive, Celine Dion song.
Fantastic song. Let's give it up for Leona Corio singing I'm Alive. Hello and welcome back to Music Express Extra, where I'm very pleased to be sitting here next to Stewart Wilson, all the way from Bonnie, Scotland. How are you doing, Stewart?
I'm doing fine. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, Stewart, unlike most of our artists here at Music Express, you are not predominantly a country singer.
No, I do some country and blues and early rock and roll and soul, a bit of everything. And I'm a wind instrument player as well. I play flute, sax, penny whistle, and sing, not all at the same time.
A multi-talented person indeed.
I've been really in doing the music since I was about 16, and I'm playing in 2 bands as well, and I'm touring all the time with them.
Right from the very beginning though, Stewart, you wanted to play the saxophone. That was your passion since you were, what, 10, 11 years old?
I started about 12. I progressed from the drums with the Boys Brigade into a concert flute. I had the choice between a flute or a clarinet, and I was told if I practiced hard then I would get my saxophone as a present for my 16th birthday, but I couldn't wait. And joined the military band, but my mum thought I was going to war. I was only just going to be marching at Gallaudet and fetes, so I was in the front line.
Good.
Just couldn't wait to get my hands on a saxophone. At that time, my parents were big band swing enthusiasts.
So they were a big influence on you. You've been brought up with that music.
I used to sit with a dinner suit on and Brill cream in the front lines watching the old movies, the old black and white films. And then Roxy Music and Brian Ferry, Andy Mackay. I thought, I used to get my sister's hockey stick, and when my friends were playing air guitar, I had the hockey stick trying to pretend I was playing sax.
The air guitar, good, yeah. And it wasn't long, I think you were 15, 16, you started your own band, and it wasn't too long after then you were touring with a very famous band, I think, that were big in the 70s or 80s, was it? Was that the Foundations?
Oh, I was supported the Foundations and Heatwave, we did all the dance hall circuit. I had to get permission from my parents to let me out of the house at 16 and keep me away from the perils that were out there. But the guys were a good bunch of guys. They were a wee bit older than me, and still, some of them are still playing, and we're still in contact in various different bands. And
changed days.
Lucky that way.
Yeah, you've had quite a varied career so far with your saxophone, and that's a chosen instrument you're going to be playing for your second.
I've got the tenor sax with me today. I play alto and soprano as well, but I do a lot of weddings as well. I started doing weddings when the bride and groom are away getting their photos taken, or I'll play specially commissioned music for them coming up the aisle, signing the register. And some people have the most unusual requests, but I try to keep everybody happy. And then when they're away getting their photos taken, it creates a nice ambience and a happy mood for the guests. I play right up until the wedding breakfast, and then sometimes take them into the main hall. And normally they'll have a ceilidh band or a disco or a band in the evening, but I tend to look after their affairs during the day. And every wedding I do, I'm getting weddings from it. And I've only recently started advertising at wedding fairs. But, it's proving a nice little
That's
niche
absolutely a magic
and it
touch.
doesn't interfere with my band. I can still get out at night and play with them.
If nobody put that idea into my head that we can have a nice saxophonist playing during the wedding ceremony, etc., it would be, honestly, it's a great idea. Anyway, you're going to be recording a new CD from your saxophone and singing, mixing it in with your singing talents as well. I can't wait to hear you go back on that stage and let us hear a saxophonist solo. Is that right? That's what you're doing now.
It's one that was requested for a wedding, and the gentleman proposed to the lady in New York, so they wanted to walk up the aisle to Empire State of Mind by Alicia Keys. So I'm doing that on the tenor sax today.
Can't wait. Stuart, get up on that stage. Ladies and gents, Stuart Wilson.
Thank you.